All right, it is knife time. Coming to you this lovely Assassin Sunday from Junker Forge. I got a quick question for you. Do your pocket knife have a matching tumbler? Do it. Do it. I think that's so fun. All right, so the guy that designed the knife we're going to be looking at today, he changed the entire direction of my knife collection and like subconsciously added flavor to the style of knives I was making at the time and everything else for a whole bunch of years. And it was back in late 2011, early 2012. He teamed up with Alpha Hunter Tactical Design, I think is the name of the guys, and he dropped the Warhorse. And I saw that big old titanium frame lock folder, and I was like, yo, I need this. I need it in my life. And I never ended up getting one, but that's what got me collecting big old overbuilt folding knives for a whole bunch of years, you know, knife-like objects. And, you know, as time has gone on, I've had a few of his designs. And when I saw this one, I was like, yeah, I'm going to have to check that out. We're going to be taking a look-see at the Kubey Sicarii. Ooh, look at that there. And I'm talking about Mr. Jake Hoback. I know there's been a little bit of controversy about him the last few years with some knives being made in China and assembled in America or whatever. But hey, man, I know what's up with this. It's Kubey. It is from the land of sorrow nets. And it is cool. One thing I want to get out the way right off the gate is this is the most insane apex predator Wilford P. Brimley tip I've ever seen on any knife in my entire knife collecting life. Period. Bar none. I popped this thing out of the sheath the other day when it landed, and I went like that, and it popped the finger open like that. There's a picture of it in my post. I was like, what? This thing is good. So we got a 8.74 inch overall, 4.57 inch blade of 0.17 inch thick, cryogenically and vacuum heat treated to 60 to 62 on the Rockwell hardness scale, 14C28N. This one has black G10 scales, and the texture and feel of these scales is very similar to, I would say, an Emerson folder. These come in different flavors. They have an all blacked out version. They have a black blade version with blue scales. They have a black blade version with tan scales. I wanted this version because it matches my ever loyal, faithful, and trusty 13-day-old Sonder by Ozark Trail. Yeah. Right out the gate, I got large size hands. This thing fits real tight. It's a tight fit with large size hands. So if you got big old hams, it might, you know, be even tighter fit. I really am digging this jimping. It reminds me of something H.R. Geiger would have drawn up. You know, the dude that drew up the aliens for the Aliens movies? It's got this good jimping here, and it locks you in, but it doesn't irritate your little thumb there. So if you're tender pod, it probably wouldn't be so bad. And then we got the same jimping back here. And this thing feels good in just about any grip. Don't it just look like it's in action? I mean, for real, this thing really has a taking care of business in a flash, man. Like, for real. And this thing is for one thing. This is for defense or offense, whichever way you want to look at it. Period. And the only other purpose I would see for this would be slicing up some cheesecake. This is one that I won't even do no EDC tasks with unless I am stuck somewhere completely and need to use it for something when I have nothing else on me, which is probably never going to happen. But this is one of those ones I'm going to keep nice and fresh and razor sharp with that beautiful point. Because I have a feeling that could get buggered up if you got crazy with this thing. Yeah. Kubey calls this a skinner on their website. If you look at the blade style or whatever, skinner. I wouldn't do no skinning with this. That might cause you some problems, you know, getting into the hide or whatever. But like I said, this is all business right here, I think. I've had a couple Kubeys in the past, no issues. They seem to have down what they're doing, you know. And boy, and I'm surprised this thing isn't more popular. I was trying to see if there's anybody else out there doing a video on it, and one fella did a video on it, but I didn't see no others. And it might be behind the whole China scandal or whatever, but hey man, you know, always you gotta pay attention to wording, you know. Made in America and assembled in America, those are two different things. But I tell you what, I don't care where this thing's made. It will handle its intended purpose. Yeah, what do you guys think? Is this something that's on your list? I know a couple of my homies got this on their list. They don't even know I got it. This is a surprise. Surprise. Boy, it was so lovely yesterday, you guys. I just got in the zone, got to doing some knife work, and then I got on the Harley for a while and just kind of enjoyed the day. And then I was digging through my stuff and I found a box that I had misplaced around the time I moved out here to Junker Forge, which will be 13 years ago next week. And so the stuff that was in that box I thought was long gone. And there was a couple of my old vintage bucks in there that really, I almost got emotional. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, because you know when you had something a real long time and then you think you lose it, it's like, oh, I mean, I mourned those knives. Like for real. I was like, man, I had those knives forever. And I'll be doing a video on those here soon, next couple days. We might get into it this afternoon or maybe tomorrow, but we are gonna be doing the Creep Finger project. Look forward to that. I can't wait to do some knife work with y'all again. The Bagwell Bowie blaster that we all did together, really, that was some good times. But I'm rambling. I just wanted to share this thing with you. I think this would be really good for chupacabra defense. This blade shape is just very aggressive. Let's compare it to our little UMAC real quick. They're very similar in size, you know, and you know, the UMAC is more of like I'd consider this a more heavy-duty EDC utilitarian type knife and handling whatever defense tasks you would need. But, you know, they're about the same size, you know, dimensions and stuff. But this here, yeah. Whew. Isn't that a cool little axe? That's a cool little axe right there, man. Mr. Hoback. I think I only have one other Hoback in my collection now. I'll have to dig and look-see. But yeah, there it is, the Sakari. And if you're thinking Sicario, as in like, you know, the movie that they're trying to get that, no, it goes back to ancient times. It was just another, something to do with assassins. That's why I said our Assassin Sunday. I hope there's no assassinating going on our beautiful Sunday today. Unless it's bad people. All right, everybody. I'm going to get to work. Even though it's the Sabbath and I should be resting, I kind of did that yesterday. Give it a look-see. What do you think? Oh, and they say this is Bead Blast on the website. Don't think it's Bead Blast, you know? Bead Blast has more of a open pore type design. This thing, in my opinion, is like been tumbled. It's like a stone wash. The lighting's kind of weird this morning. We got some weird clouds going on. But yeah, this thing is critter shaven sharp for sure. Let's give it a look-see. Yeah. You gotta be, oof. Yeah. And that point, I'm telling you, will not, and ain't gonna find a point. It's that pointy. Nowhere. You could pierce your own nose with it and match Uncle Junk. Gratuitous. Yeah. So, there we have it. Our Kubey Sicarii. I think this one might catch on. If people aren't still holding a grudge against Mr. Hoback, don't hold a grudge. It's not good for you. It raises your cortisol levels, you know? All right, everybody. Have a good one. I hope this gives you something fun to watch for the day. And don't forget to watch your top knot.